hungry. Oh my gosh. Hey, don't be mad. I'm sorry I threw your food away. I'm sorry. But here, I have a healthier treat today. You like a watermelon better? That's more healthier for you than fast food. Well, guys, sorry you saw that. So how many of you have actually choose fast food rather than healthy food like fruits and vegetables? Well, we all supposed to have a healthy diet, but that I'm not here to tell you what or not to eat. Today we have Miss Karan Hefflefinger from the Texas A&M Agriculture Extension here in Fort Stockton, and she's gonna read us a story and also explain what are the pros and cons of eating a healthy diet. Hope you enjoy.
Greetings, summer reading program individuals and kids. I am so happy to be here to talk to you. I'm Karan Hefflefinger, and I work for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension here in Pecos County. I'm the Family, Community Health, and 4-H and Youth Development County Agent. And the first thing I wanted to talk to you a little bit about is 4-H. 4-H is a leading youth organization. It's sponsored by your land-grant colleges throughout the nation for Texas A&M. And the big motto is to make the best better, but what we emphasize is learn by doing. We have lots of projects that you could be involved in, from robotics, photography. We have shooting sports, which includes shotgun, rifle, archery. We have food and nutrition, where we have the food show, food challenge, which is a team event. We also have quiz bowls, which are consumer and food and nutrition. We have clothing and textiles, and that we deal with sewing. We do with buying clothes. We also have a Duds to Dazzle contest. We have robotics. We also have horse, and the one that everyone's most familiar with are the livestock projects. You may join 4-H when you become 8 years of age or in the 3rd grade, and you can go all through high school with 4-H. It is important that you get registered for 4-H, and registration will open on August 15th online, and you can come by the extension office and we can get you signed up. The projects meet at different times depending on the project leader. Some are in the evening when you're out of school, and they help you develop confidence, leadership, and by doing a record book, you can also be eligible for scholarships. So come by and join 4-H. You'll find out just how fun and exciting it is to be a 4-H member. Greetings, boys and girls, adults, and family members. I'm Karan Hefflefinger. I work for Texas A&M AgriLife Extension, and I get the awesome opportunity of reading to you today a book for our summer reading program. And this year the themes are Tale to Tales. And I brought a book that I think you'll really enjoy. It's called Tops and Bottoms. It's by Janet Stevens, and it's about a hare, a rabbit, and a bear, and what they are doing. So let's find out what hare and bear are up to. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker, a smart business bear, and he had given all of his wealth to his son. But all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Not far down the road lived a hare. Although the hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were so very bad shape. The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something, Mrs. Hare cried. One day, so Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. They have all these little baby hares to feed. Wonder what this plan's going to be. The next day, Hare hopped down to the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. Hello, Bear. Wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare. I have an idea. Bear opened one eye and groaned. We can be business partners, Hare said. All you do, I will do the hard work of planting, harvesting, and we can split the profits right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear. We're in this together. I'll work, you sleep. Bear said. So what will it be, Bear? Asked Hare. The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you. Tops or bottoms? Let's see, Bear said with a yawn. I'll take the top half, Hare. Right, tops. The top half, Hare? Right. Hare smiled. That's a done deal, Bear. So Bear's getting the top half and Hare's gonna take the bottom. So Bear slept and went back to sleep again and slept some more. And Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops and I get the bottoms." Let's see about this. Hare and his family dug up all the carrots, the radishes, and beets. Hare plucked off all the tops and tossed them in a pile to Bear and put the bottoms aside for himself. Bear stared at his pile, but Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, said Hare. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You planted this field, you plant this field again. And this season, I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. And Bear's still sleeping. He's not paying attention to what's going on. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms, and I get the tops." So, let's see what they planted this time. Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, the celery. They pulled off the bottoms and put the tops in his pile. So there, Bear's still sleeping. He's not too alert. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you've cheated me again." But Hare said, "You wanted the bottoms this time." Bear groaned. "You plant this field again, and you're not going to trick me twice. And you owe me a season's of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." So there they are. They're planning again. Let's see what they come up with this time. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, they watered, and weeded. Then watered and weeded some more. And Bear's still sleeping on that porch. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Bear called out, "Wake up, Bear! It's time you get the tops and the bottoms." Well, what did he plant this time? There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at them and the bottoms and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for the bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes, ooh, and watched. "See, Bear? You get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middle." "Yes, sir, Bear. It's a done deal." By now, Bear was wide awake. "That's it, Hare," he hollered. "From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, the bottoms, and the middles." Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Bear never again slept through the season of planting and harvesting. Hare brought back his own land with the profit from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. Although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. That's the end. Let's take a minute and look and see what the story was talking about. I like this story a lot because it not only teaches you about what laziness can do, It also talks to you about being industrial. And it's especially important for me because it talks a lot about vegetables. And vegetables are classified at how they grow. The first thing they talked about are the root vegetables, the beets in the story. And the beets are grown underneath the ground. So Hare got the nice beets and Bear got the green tops. But Bear wasn't that smart on certain things. Did you know these top greens are edible? You can put them in salads. You can use them to make a soup. So if Bear had realized that even though he only got the top half was still had a little value to it. So this is what fresh beets look like. And they're full of nutrients and things. Another thing he talked about that they planted were the radishes. And they are another classification of a root vegetable. The radishes grow underneath the ground, and then the green is at the top part. So Hare did right by just wanting to eat the root part, the radishes. Then they talked about carrots, and carrots grow underneath the ground also and are a root vegetable. Another root vegetable are these little green onions that people can grow. You can see the roots on them right here. And this is the bottom half, and then you have the top half. The top half is still edible. You can put this in soups, in salads, and use it as a garnish. And people like using the whole part, the top and the bottom, for eating in salads. And here's another root vegetable I brought to show and talk to you about, is an onion. And an onion grows underneath the ground. And this is the root part of it. One thing they talked about in the next part, he just says, I want the top part. There are stem vegetables and leaf vegetables, like they talked about the broccoli, and they also talked about the kale. So that's another top part, and lettuce. On the corn, which he said was the middle part, corn is the most ecologically sound vegetable that you can grow because you can use every part of it. You can use the silks to make tea, the husks for tamales, and corn husk dolls and wreaths. And then you have the golden treasure of the corn on the inside. So it's the most ecologically sound. So the whole part of this is that you do want, when you're eating, to use my plate as your guide to good eating. Make your half of your plate fruits and vegetables, and it should be 5 a day. So if you have 3 vegetables, you can have 2 fruits, or if you have 3 fruits, you can have 2 vegetables. So make your plate, half your plate, fruits and vegetables to eat. 1/4 is protein, which is your meat, and 1/4 is grains, which is your tortillas, rice, it can be noodles, bread, cereals, and then you have your dairy out to the side. So remember the lessons from Bear and Hare, and eat and make half your plate fruits and vegetables. Thank you very much. I enjoyed this, and remember the lessons here, that there's more than one lesson in your books and stories. You can learn a lesson of life also. It's better to be industrious and not lazy, because you just might get the wool pulled over your eye like Bear did.